and put it around areas where I needed to lose some extra weight. Mostly around my stomach.
Okay, and so a lot to digest. And so I hope this is the first of many secrets to come. Coach Greg, breaking news, Ronnie Coleman, he's revealing his secrets on how he got his amazing physique. And so this is what he did back in the day to help him win those Mr. Olympia titles. And so as Ronnie says, he's all about integrity and honesty. And so he's going to tell us how he really got that shredded Mr. Olympia physique.
Back in the day, I used to have these little secrets. Well, one of my little secrets was putting on a skin toning lotion to help me lose a little water while I was doing my cardio. But what I would do is find a good skin toning cream and put it around areas where I needed to lose some extra weight. Mostly around my stomach.
Okay, and so a lot to digest. And so I hope this is the first of many secrets to come. The first of which being the skin tightening cream. And so what he did was he rubbed this cream on his stomach because that is one of the areas where he needed to target stubborn body fat and or water retention. And so he rubs in the cream. I've seen this in the past. Several women have done this. You've seen gorgeous women in the past rubbing this on their thighs, their stomachs, abdomens, and then they cover that area with a waist trainer. And what does this do? Well, it causes the body to sweat more. And so whether or not this is true, let's give him the benefit of the doubt. It's Ronnie Coleman, 8-time Mr. Olympia. Let's say it allows him to sweat more. Will that help you to burn stubborn belly fat? Will it target the fat cells in your waist? Absolutely not. But you're saying, Coach Greg, you never won the Olympia. He won it 8 times. What do you know? Well, I know he said he put on the cream on his waist before doing cardio. And he did it twice a day, an hour each time. And so what do you think is more likely that helped him to shed water and or stubborn belly fat? The fact that he put on the cream or that he was doing 2 hours of cardio a day. Remember, this guy weighs close to 300 pounds. Imagine a 300-pound object moving repeatedly for 2 hours in a day. How many calories, fat, do you think that would burn? Or do you think it's the cream? Which is more likely to help you burn fat and sweat? The cream or 2 hours of cardio? The guy was in a calorie deficit while doing hours and hours of cardio. And so here's the truth. When you're doing cardio, you're not trying to sweat more. When you're sweating a lot, all that means is your body is trying to cool itself down. And so when you're in the gym, it's not about how much you sweat, it's about how much effort you're able to put out. This morning, I quite literally was doing cardio, forgot my fans. Planned to do an hour. After 45 minutes, I had to stop. I was so hot, I'd sweat so much, and I couldn't put out as much power as if I was cooler. I can tell you right now, you need to bring a fan with you to the gym. I forgot my fan at home. The flight was canceled, came home, took the fan out, forgot it. This is hard. Should be easy. And so, big tip for you, if you're not exercising, doing your cardio with a fan, you are missing out. There's no way you can push yourself as hard when you're sweating to this extent and that hot. It makes me want to slow down. I'm not cooling off as much. I can't put out the same amount of power. The wattage is reduced. And so stop thinking that the more you sweat, the better. It's not the case. The better you're able to sweat, get it off and cool your body, the more power you can put out, the more calories you burn, the leaner you will be. Lesson learned, got to do better. I got 2 more days with no fan. It's hard, just got to keep going. So rather than going an hour, I went 45 minutes. And so my advice, try to sweat less. Wear less clothing. Make sure your clothing is durable. Have a fan. Exercise in a cool environment. And you're thinking, no, I'm going to just tough it out. I'm hardcore. I heard Coach Greg. He said, if it's colder, hotter, you're going to burn more calories. So I'm putting on 5 layers of clothes. I'm going to tough it out. Yeah, you might tough it out and you might burn more calories, but consider the alternative. You don't wear those 5 extra layers of clothes and you have a fan guess what? You would have gone harder. You might not think it, but you would have. Your rating of perceived exertion when in a hot environment, it goes up. Two people exercising at the same intensity, one in a hotter environment and one in a moderate environment, the one who's in the moderate is going to feel like they're not going as hard. So rather than rubbing on cream on your stomach, wearing a waist trainer, just go out and do the cardio. Allow yourself to be cool. It's not about how much weight you lose during the exercise. It's about how many calories you're burning and whether or not you're getting a good cardiovascular workout. And sweating a lot, that doesn't prove anything. Think of it. If it was just about sweating, go lay in a sauna and don't work out. But please remember this. To look your best for a photo shoot or bodybuilding competition, you need to be dehydrated. And as Zac Efron outlined in his video, he took a dangerous diuretic, Lasix, which is a prescription diuretic and has caused several deaths for bodybuilders in the past. And the majority of bodybuilders, they use these diuretics to shed excess water. It causes the body to urinate more, gets you dry, dehydrated, but it's not healthy. And so unfortunately, the creams, the waist trainers, they're not going to help you target stubborn belly fat. Perhaps it can increase sweating. And if that motivates you, if rubbing on a cream and wearing a waist trainer, that gets you to go out and do the cardio, then by all means, spend your money, keep buying it, and do your cardio. Doing your cardio, that's what's most important. But increasing sweat while doing that cardio does absolutely nothing to target the fat cells in the abdominal region. And so all you're doing is making the exercise feel harder. You're not burning more calories. It's not doing anything better for you. All it's doing is making the cardio more uncomfortable. And as I experienced this morning, I had to stop early, 45 minutes instead of an hour. And yes, we all love Ronnie Coleman, but I have to tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. You want to hear he's found the secret, that this is what you've been waiting for, to target your abs. Just put on the cream, perhaps wear a waist trainer. But what you need to hear is that this is not going to target stubborn belly fat. And even if it makes you sweat more, so what? Increased sweating is not what you want. You want to sweat less. And so my personal opinion is I would spend money on something that would make me not need to sweat. For example, a fan, some breathable clothing, perhaps air conditioning so that when you exercise, it feels easy and you can push harder. Hopefully you learned something. Ending it here. Remember, Harder Than Last Time supplements, you can get those. Use code GREG, 10% off. Click the link in the description. Also, cookbooks, coaching plans by me and my team, the Circle Diet Book, training books. Subscribe, click the bell button. Watch the tube loops. Comment for the algorithm. Like the video if you liked it. Let me know in the comment section if you tried the creams. Do you think this could actually help? Do you believe me that you don't need to sweat more in order to burn off more calories? And until next time, I am out.